everyone, I'm Turner McCrite. The purpose of this video is to showcase my ability to analyze large data sets using Excel. I first found a data set on the website Kaggle on 75,000 homemade beers from the website Brewer's Friend. This is what the website looks like. I imported it into Excel. The first thing I did was sort first by style descending, and then by alcohol by volume descending. Here I have a COUNTIF formula, COUNTIF by style, so counting the values in column C, but only if they're equal to L3 or the value to the left. And then this is a index match formula where I wanted to find the most common value in column I for each value of C. So if only for columns in C where it equals the value to the left right here, I have it in O3 right here. Just find the most common value that appears in column I for those rows, and this is a match formula to handle exceptions. So if there's no value there, it'll just put a 0. And I had to include that because it was a text string and it wasn't working. So I did that. It's an array formula. The next thing I did was I made a pivot table with all the style categories together. You have the total count of style, the average of the alcohol by volume for that style, the average of the international bitterness units for that style, and then the percent of total recipes of that style. Copied that over here. For values less than 1%, I decided to combine them into a category other. I have the sum function that sums all those up, just because that makes this corresponding chart easier to read. If you had a bunch of values that were less than 1%, this would become very, very difficult to read. And I think these are most of the values you'd probably be interested in if you were brewing a beer, doing a home brew. Here I did a standard distribution graph, sort of plot the bell curve. The alcohol by volume average by style was taken from the pivot table. I calculated the normal distribution using this formula. First I calculated the standard deviation of just column C, but plug that into this formula and then you get the distribution for each style. And I plotted them over here on this chart where X equals the alcohol by volume of that style and Y is the distribution. See, it has this nice curve. I tried to model it using a data set. This was the one I could find that was closest. I would say that it should be invalid for X greater than 10 because it shouldn't dip below like this. And then you can see with this chart, you can see the outliers. You have the outliers sort of here, above 10, because they do make beers that alcoholic, but they don't necessarily make, beers that are, 2 and 1% alcohol by volume. So you can see the disparity, I suppose, in the outliers there. And then this last one, I already did a index match, which I like better, but I did a VLOOKUP here, where if just looking up the value here in column A, well, it's A through D, but it has to be an A, and then returning the value in D. And you can see, find that it returns, this beer ID. All right, that's all I did with this. Let me know, comment if you think I should have done something else, if you think I should have done something in this video differently, and be on the lookout for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.